Bibbidi bobbidi. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy, Jacob. Today we are talking about team comps for Tighnari, because Tighnari's coming so soon, and he is perfect, and he deserves the world, but some of us haven't been playing the game for as long as I have, because I'm an old man, and we need some more free-to-play options, because we don't have the whole roster. I mean, I don't even have the whole roster, but regardless, I'm here to help you. So, how this is going to break down in the video, there will be timestamps in the description below for different sort of compositions, because Dendro has a wild assortment of reactions. So we will be doing 3 team comps, all of which are very free-to-play friendly, all of which are different elemental reaction types. Okay, let's get started. Before we begin, sorry, how the descriptions will, I'm going to show you the party, and then we'll explain it and how it works and why. Okay, so our first team comp we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about the Hyperbloom reaction. Obviously, there are some characters here that are standing in for other characters, but let's break down Hyperbloom. So Bloom itself is when Dendro is applied with Hydro, and you'll create a seed on the ground. And that seed can do different things depending on what element is then applied by it. You get Hyperbloom, which the seed then shoots out Dendro and attack the enemy, similar to Tighnari's ult. That is if the Electro application is applied to the little seed. So, in this team comp, we will have Dendro Traveler, not Electro Traveler, Dendro Traveler. Dendro Traveler creates a big field with his ult, can easily take on new elements, so that is why we're using Barbara for a consistent Hydro application, so we were getting consistent level of seeds. Now, Quicken is taking the place of Kuki Shinobu. Now, I'm saying use Kuki Shinobu instead of, say, like a Fischl or a Lisa, because right now in this team comp and where you're gonna have to position yourself for Barbara to apply Hydro to enemies, you have to be in close proximity. I strongly believe that Lisa needs a shield to be utilized correctly for her to utilize her full kit. We're using Kuki here because Kuki will consistently be pulsing Electro, and because it's not applying onto enemies so much, it's going to be on the blooms. Her pulse ratio, the 1.5 seconds, instead of every 3 seconds, isn't going to be that big of an issue. And of course, Amber is holding the place of Tighnari in this team comp. So you are in this team getting the Dendro Resonance, which is increasing a base of 50 EM. And then based on what kind of reactions you're doing, you're getting a more EM boost from that. So overall, this is consistent. You will be getting additional damage with your Tighnari. All of these characters are off field except for Tighnari, and as we talked about in my last team comp video, breaking Tighnari down a little bit, he is very much, I would say, a greedy DPS and needs screen time, and he deserves screen time because he is perfect. Okay, so this is Hyperbloom. Additional caveat here, Kuki does do additional healing based on her EM, so the buffs are only going to help her in that regard. If you've been playing for a minute, Barbara could be Mona. She has a taunt, so you're drawing people in, gonna be buffed. You usually build her with Elemental Mastery, so the argument could be there that you could use Mona instead of Barbara. But we're talking free to play, so you will have almost all these characters, maybe not Kuki. You could use Fischl, like we talked about. Only reason we're using Kuki is because we are in close proximity to enemies, and so it's around and you don't have to be far away. Yeah? Great. Next team. Okay, our second team comp. This is going to be a Quicken team comp. Obviously, again, some characters are being held in places for other characters. This team is Kuki Shinobu. Quicken is holding the fort there. Sayu is holding the fort for Kale. it's time to go on patrol. Kale is going to be the free Dendro character we are getting in 3.0. And then Sucrose. You may be like, wait, can't you not swirl Dendro? You would be correct on that sentiment. However, I do think if you are running a main DPS Tighnari, it will be useful if you have a gathering component. And with Kuki, it'll be pretty easy to swirl Electro. And Sucrose is providing EM buffs to your Dendro units. Dendro is kind of scaling on EM roughly right now. Tighnari definitely gets boosted from EM. So with this team comp, it's a lot of off-field. And with everyone being gathered, you can control the reactions, and also you can make sure that he is able to do the best DPS that he can. And on this team we are using Kale instead of Dendro Traveler because since we do not have that much, we're gonna add some DPS output through Kale, because how Kale works with her kit, durations of her field are extended based on if you're doing reactions, and you're doing more reactions if they're gathered together, and then that way Kuki can do her job, and then you're getting more boosts with the Quicken, so it's just going to be consistent added DPS for Tighnari. Also, you're going to get more DPS out of a Kale unit, a built Kale versus a Dendro Traveler. It's so sad 5-star is worse than a 4-star. Alright, last team comp, Burgeon. This is a team comp that is the Bloom situation plus Pyro. Okay, I will say this first and foremost. I do not believe that Burgeon, Candace Burgess, team comp is really that great for Tighnari, only because the bursts damage from the Bloom Pyro application do also hurt the user. So you're getting interrupted with Tighnari, unfortunately. I think Kale will be a better unit for this. And also Dendro Traveler is not good for this because in his ult, if the Pyro hits the Bloom, it like shatters the ult. And so you're stuck without any sort of application from Traveler for a decent amount of time while his cooldown is on. So for this team, we have Kale, we have Barbara, we have Zhongling, and we have Tighnari. You need a healer for Burgeon. I'm gonna keep pronouncing this wrong, so bear with me. That's what Barbara is here for, and so we're gonna have to be in close proximity again. You're gonna be doing reactions with Kale and Barbara if they're together. Also, you can also be burning with Zhongling and Guoba. So this will be a messy team comp for Tighnari. It's also, you do not have that much control on applying who's doing the reaction, but you know, it does work. You just are gonna have to be very careful with how you are proximity to these combustion seeds. Okay? Honestly, what I would do if I was running this team, I would pop Barbara's E, I would throw Kale out, throw out her little boomerang, throw out Guoba. Tighnari's going to be more of a cleanup unit. He's going to be finishing off all the enemies in front of you that your other bombs are not finishing. Okay? Again, I do not recommend a Burgeon team, Burgundy, France, team for Tighnari. But if you like watching the world burn, I get it. Have so much fun, but just be careful. Make sure you have a healer. Barbara can beat Kokomi easily, but you do need a healer. And you might say a shield, but I don't think the shield is going to really compensate for, because it's going to be dendro damage. So it's not pyro damage that's being applied, and we do not have a dendro shield unit. I will have more thoughts on who I think that is soon. But yes, these are the teams. All right, so those are the team comps. If you want to know who I am running with Tighnari, our sweet Fennet Fox boy, who's perfection, you can watch this video here. But hopefully this was useful for you. Maybe gave you a little more inspiration, thought process of like, oh, what am I actually going to be doing once he comes out? What's going to be most useful for me? If you have any questions, you know, you can always find me. And I will try to answer them to my best abilities. Good luck out there. Good luck on your Tighnari wishes. And go live your free-to-play awesome sauce life. Okay? And I will see you on the next one. Bye!